Hey kids, good morning. You ever been to a festival? This time of year, we're coming into fall, and there's all kinds of festivals coming up here. It seems like they're real prevalent in this time of year, towards the end of summer. There's a great big one, not well, maybe an hour from here, called the Yankee Peddler Festival. Val and I always went to that like every year for years and years and years. But there's all kinds of festivals, everything from A to Z. Not all of them are the same. But we like to go to the ones that are more like a craft show. A lot of interesting things, and not only that, but they're kind of like a colonial period. So you get some reenactment. There's some like Civil War camps set up, or um, Revolutionary War type things. Going back to early settlement, the Buck Skinner camps and things like that, they have set up there. Blacksmithing, candle making, all kinds of cool things to look at. Plus, a lot of local artists that have craft things that they sell there. Um, and But we used to always go, and we always found a lot of cool stuff that we bought to decorate our home with. Uh, I can show you right off the bat uh, the salt lamp, this lamp that we got there, um, this picture of a Native American that was done with turkey feathers. This picture here, which is a batik, it's called a batik. Hopefully there's not a lot of reflection. Let me turn this light off. Maybe we can get by with a little less reflection there. So we got that. Um, the corn decorations, of course. This crazy looking wreath up here we got at the Yankee Peddler Festival. This broom, the candles and candle holders we got there. The blacksmith actually made me this iron rod that all the stuff hangs on. Plus, we picked up all these blacksmith hooks at the festival as well. On the back door, the stained glass bugs that she liked. We got those at the festival. Handmade key fob with the bobcat tail. Another product of a festival. So, yeah, who knows what I'll come up with today. Well, we arrived at the festival, Steve and I. Took me a while to find him, and what the first thing I see is, how did my Indian carving get here? That looks a lot like the one that I did.
There he is.
Doesn't it look like the one that I did?
Looks kind of familiar.
Same thing.
Somebody saw yours at the exhibit and decided to do
I know. Well, there's a lot to do here, and it's crowded, so well, you lead the way.
We're going to get lost, I think. Let's just start looping.
Yeah. Some cool birdhouses.
Looks like the theme is similar, where they have a face on one side, or at least on most
Yeah.
of them. That one doesn't.
They're expensive, though, but definitely different. This one,
Well,
$85.
Yeah, but like you said before, they're so unique.
Yeah, you wouldn't find anything like
Yeah,
it
you might be
anywhere
willing
else.
to pay $50, $60 to
Yeah.
say, you know what? I'm not going to find that anywhere else.
That's pretty cool. All these little fountains, really unique.
Each one's a little different.
There's Captain Morgan rum.
I kind of like that one with the...
This guy is from Gatlinburg, the guy over there with the straw hat, and he puts all these things together. And I think they said this was the only show that he does.
Yeah, currently.
But he makes a fortune selling these things, and the prices are $200, $250, $300, depending on what you get. and they're all unique, every one of them completely different. But we were saying, just look at the work involved, how he has to go out and find the driftwood, and then, you know, every one of these has a unique, different style of driftwood to it. Just amazing. Oh, it's time to get something to eat. What do you got there? Loaded potato chips.
Loaded, yeah, fresh chips, pulled pork loaded. So,
I got some wings. And what the heck? I'll unroll it, but zucchini. So, let's eat. That's pretty cool. 30 bucks. Yeah.
750. Oh, look at this bird house.
Look at the bird feeder.
Look at that. Look at that.
That's a big bear there. Pretty cool. Yeah, that would look good on my front porch, wouldn't it?
yep.
Some of the stuff we don't have much interest in, you know, like these welcome signs that you put on your front porch.
I could do without that.
Yeah. But there's some interesting thing. I mean, we just were back there. A guy had all these animal callers. He was doing the red-tailed hawk, duck calls. He had a little bit of everything. It was pretty neat.
Crow.
Yeah. I should have filmed that.
Yeah, well, like you said, you never know whether they'll be like.
Some people don't
yeah,
want to be on the camera either. There's signs up, no photos, no video. They got to protect their goods. This thing goes on forever. There's no end to it. It's like a big maze, a big labyrinth of displays. A little bit of everything.
I was pretty good at it, so I just really enjoyed. We're gonna go over here. See, you're getting the good picture. How are you?
Brooches.
Yeah, all made out of antler, I think.
Knives. Oh, we got some nice knives. Look at those. That's pretty nice. Some nice knives. Well, this is where we part ways. The show's over. We've worn ourselves out. We went to every booth in there and really didn't find anything that we wanted.
Yeah, there was some cool stuff to look at, but nothing of a niche to just say, I want that.
Right, same here. And the prices were through the roofs. And
You
I
would
would
expect them.
Yeah.
Upper category.
Well, we got some weather moving in, some rain, some thunder. So we're going to hit the road here. Well, good to see you again, Steve.
All right. See you in a few days.
Yeah. Later.
All right.
Well, now I'm stuck in the long line of traffic pulling out of here onto this country road. I mean, this is out in the middle of the boonies here. But anyway, it was a good day. Just, hanging out with my brother. Always good to hang out with my brother. Family means everything to me. And to spend the day just walking around looking at stuff. We did see some pretty interesting stuff. I wish I could have filmed some other stuff, but like I said, some of the people, they didn't want to be filmed, or they didn't want to be on camera. And there were signs up too that said no photography, please. Just not everybody, but some of the vendors, they don't want to be photographed, or they don't want their wares being photographed. So, but there was one guy there. I wish I could have filmed him. He had collars that he had made, all different kinds of animal collars, and he was demonstrating them. He had the red-tailed hawk, and he had duck calls, all kinds of cool stuff. A distressed rabbit squealing. He was going through a whole bunch of them, and they were pretty authentic too. It was pretty interesting. So yeah, and of course we had some good food, expensive but well worth it. I mean, just a good way to spend the day. And we got out of there just in time too, because now it's sprinkling rain and there's thunder in the background, more rain coming in. So I'm ready to head home. I think I got an hour and a half drive to get home. I didn't realize it was that far away, but that's fine. I don't mind the drive. I'll just turn on some tunes and kick back and chill for the ride home. And then tonight, I've got a little get together with some friends. So hopefully I'm up to that. That'll be a little later though. I've been following my navigation screen to get here, and well, I tried using my navigation screen, but the town that this thing was in, it wouldn't even come up on my navigation. It didn't even recognize the city. So I suppose my navigation needs an upgrade. So I ended up using my iPhone, and it got me there, but well, sort of. It brought me right in the middle of this little town, and then it ended right there. And I thought, wait a minute. And I had to really pull up my map and really look to see where I was, and I was still about 10 miles away. So navigation doesn't always work. So then I'm on my way home, and I'm using my truck's navigation screen here, and the road that it takes me on is road closed. Can't go that way. So I decide, well, I'll just go down to the next road. No, and then what's the navigation screen? Turn around, go back, turn around, go back. I think I'm finally on the right path, but I probably spent 20 minutes just doodling around trying to get to where I'm at. So an hour and a half drive home. It might be more like 2 hours. One way or another, I'll make it back home. I used to do way better when I just had a paper map. I could just look at the paper map, see where I was, see where I was going, put it back in my saddlebag, and go. And now I become dependent on these stupid GPS things that get you more lost than if you just followed a map. Can't win. Technology, yeah. And what's it coming to? Now everything's going AI, so good luck with that. You won't even have to steer your car anymore. You could just sit back and take a nap, and it'll get you lost all by itself. You'll wake up and you'll end up in China. Well, this is nice. Stuck in, inching along traffic. Been in traffic for miles. Barely moving across the water. Out in the middle of nowhere. Not even like we're in the city or anything. I think all 3 lanes are narrowing down to 1, and I'm in the right lane. but everybody on those 2 lanes is merging over, and it just makes a big bottleneck. You know, once I get through this, it should be free sailing, I hope. I hadn't been home for very long, and this massive thunderstorm just plowed through here. I mean, for a while there, it was pretty shaky. I'm glad I have a sturdy log home, because it didn't creak at all. But boy, the trees were bending, the rain was going sideways. It was torrential rain, and it went on for probably a good 15 minutes or so before it finally let up. And then the sun came out, and with that, there was this beautiful rainbow. And the rainbow was there for like a half hour. It just wouldn't go away. It went all the way across the eastern sky. It was just gorgeous. So, yeah, a great way to end a day. Hey, you guys, if you haven't yet, hit me with a thumbs up and please subscribe and continue to join me on this adventure. Until next time, cats, I'll catch y'all later.